The two major things you want to remember with the standing bicep curl is keeping the upper parts of your arm planted to the sides of your body and keeping the range of motion nice and short, so we're isolating the bicep. With our overhead tricep cable extension, the two things we want to remember is making sure that our arms are planted by our ears and that we are keeping that range of motion short by not locking out the elbows. With our Callahan press, we want to create a forearm doorway, open up to a football goalpost, press up, kiss the dumbbells, control the weights down to that goalpost again, and close the doorway. That is one rep, and we want to try and keep the elbows from dropping below the shoulders so we keep tension on the shoulders. With our shoulder raise and pull, we want to make sure that we're not raising the dumbbells above our shoulders and protecting our joints, and we're not lifting our elbows too high or dropping them too low, that they're also staying at shoulder level. With our TRX row, we want to remember that the closer our feet are to the wall, the harder it is. And we want to think punch the wall and pinch the shoulders or pinch the elbows behind our back, keeping the tension in our back. With our chest press, we want to stagger our stance and keep our hands at our chest level when we are pressing against the resistance. We want to make sure that our elbows are at a 45-degree angle as well and not flaring up or too far down. With our Palloff press, we want to make sure that we brace our core and that we are bracing throughout the push and pull against the resistance bands towards our midline. In our farmer's carry, we want to make sure that our shoulders are semi-rolled back, semi-retracted, and our core is braced, and our elbows are nice and soft to protect our joints as we're walking with this weight. With our glute focused box squats, we're going to want to make sure that we keep our knees stacked over our ankles and stand up through our heels. You want to take a nice wide stance with your toes slightly flared out, as that makes it easier for you to stand up and sit down. Our reverse lunges, you can either take a step back and return to the starting position. Want to making sure that your knee does not drop below your toe, or you can pulse through a lunge. With our step ups, you want to make sure that you have a slight hinge and that you're keeping most of your weight on the working leg. Our sumo squats with the kettlebell, you want to take a nice wide stance with your toes slightly flared out, thinking elbows to knees. You want to make sure that you're bracing your core and squeezing your glutes throughout this movement. You can see that the back is not arching or not dipping too low through this movement.